display of power in all of anime history. We're taking the strongest character from each anime verse, like Luffy from One Piece, Goku from Dragon Ball, and so on.
Now you're lying. Luffy is not the strongest in his world. Goku is not the strongest in his world. Now we lying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now we lying, bro. Just say main character of the anime, because they're not the strongest of their world. And Goku's not even top 10. He's strong as shit. Don't get me wrong. He can beat most of the niggas that gonna be here, but he not top 10 of his verse, bro.
Total 32 characters.
Okay, Makima. I see Aaron. I don't know why you're here. You're gonna get whooped. Honestly, wait. Are you dead ass, bro? What is this lineup, bro? What is Sakamoto gonna do? He's a regular human. Most of these niggas got superpowers. What is Sakamoto gonna do? It's either gonna be Johan Liebert. Bro, Johan is not doing shit to these niggas, bro. Why is Johan and Sakamoto even here, bro? Okay, what? I thought it was mostly main character, but there's Dio here. There's not. Where's Jotaro? Jotaro's not here. Whoa. Okay. Light. He doesn't have the Shinigami eyes, so he's gonna get killed immediately. This is a battle. So I'm guessing it's either gonna be Goku, Anos, or Jinwoo if he can get if he can get the shadows of the people that he beats and they follow him into his next fight. Jinwoo got it. But I'm gonna say it's either between the winner is either Goku, which is, by the way, he's the number one on the top. Goku, Anos, Jinwoo. Saitama is not winning against Goku, so he's not, you know. Rimuru could also win because of his predation. If he eats the people he defeats, Rimuru could win. I could see Natsu also getting up there, but if Natsu get matched up with Asta, he loses because Asta got anti-magic. Gojo cannot win, that's for sure. Let me tell you right now, Infinity, none of his attack can damage the top tier that are here, and his Infinity. Yeah, Infinity is, you know what I'm saying? Most of the people that are here can tank most of his attack, so he's going to be running out of CE. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be running out of CE, therefore Infinity would go down. Bro, I'm going to say it's between Goku, Anos, Rimuru, or Jinwoo. It all depends on how we playing this, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's see.
Entering the prelims, and out of those 32, only one will rise as the true champion of this.
Oh, they going unfair from the jump, bro. Goku versus Edward at the beginning of the shit.
But before we begin, drop your predictions below. Who do you think?
I don't care.
Speed
Let's go.
and truth be told. Down. For starters, we have Jinwoo versus Kaiju.
Wait,
true champion of.
Oh, we starting over here. Jinwoo versus Jinwoo versus Kaiju number 8. Come on, bro. This is not even fair.
We have Jinwoo versus Kaiju number 8. Now, truth be told, Sung Jinwoo completely outclasses Kafka in scale, speed, and supernatural
every fucking
versatility.
thing, bro.
While Kafka is an absolute powerhouse in his own verse, with
He's
a
not
fortitude of
doing shit.
9.8 and the ability to cause city block level destruction, Jinwoo, by the end of the series, is operating on a universal level. As a Shadow Monarch, an immortal being who has transcended death, he has infinite mana and commands an army of over 10 million regenerating shadow soldiers. For example, his Shadow Dragon Kamish alone could incinerate entire cities. So with that, Jinwoo wins and moves on to the second round. Next, we have Johan versus Light Yagami.
I'm sorry.
This is a battle of true mastermind.
I'm sorry. I love the fact that he added different type of people, but who are these niggas gonna fight? How? What is Johan gonna he can't do anything. Light literally got a fucking death note. As soon as the fight started, I'm pretty sure they announced the fighters, so they gonna say his whole ass name from the jump. He gonna write that shit in death note. Fucking fight over. Light is gonna win this shit, man.
If Light somehow manages to get Johan's real name, he could easily kill him by writing it in the Death Note. But hold on, my friends, that might not work. You see, Death Note requires two things: the victim's true name and
his face. Yeah.
Johan's greatest defense is his anonymity. He's practically a ghost within the system. Throughout Monster, he uses multiple aliases and leaves no trace behind, to the point where even detectives struggle to confirm he exists at all.
But
on top of that, Johan's true name is a major philosophical mystery. He is literally the nameless monster without a
Wait, what? His name is not... No, his name... Nah, because his name was... The name Johann Liebert was given to him by the people that found him. Oh, shit, man. Now, how does the Death Note go about this? Because that's not technically his real name. That's a name he got a little later. Because I'm pretty sure Death Note works with your given name. You know what I'm saying? And Johann Liebert was the name that was given to him by the military officer that found him. Oh, him and his sister. Okay, this might be more
identity,
complicated than
the
I
Death
thought.
Note becomes useless, leaving Light powerless. And intellectually, Johann operates on a far more terrifying level of psychological manipulation than Light Yagami ever did. So with all that considered, Johann moves on to the second round.
He's dead.
Next up, Ichigo versus...
And then he's dead. That's where his tournament ends. I don't even know how he's gonna kill Light. With a gun? They can't both have gun, I'm guessing. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how this fight would end.
Naruto. In his strongest forms, Naruto is a planetary level threat, but Ichigo, by the 1000-year Blood War arc, is fighting the Watch, a being capable of destroying and merging 3 entire universes. The world of the living.
But he didn't beat him, though. That's the only problem here. Ichigo never beat Yua. They jumped him and they cheated. You know, they shot a special arrow to his heart to deactivate Almighty. So, you know, Ichigo didn't really beat him.
Society and Hueco Mundo. That places Ichigo's attack potency firmly at a universal level.
Yeah,
In contrast, Naruto's strongest form, Baryon mode, scales at best to star or solar system levels. And let's not forget Ichigo's overwhelming spiritual pressure, which Naruto has no resistance against. It would slow him down drastically.
Now, to begin with, does Naruto even see him? Because, you know, in his Shinigami form, you need to have, you know, does Naruto even see him?
That said, Ichigo moves on to the second round. Next up, Gojo versus Makima. Makima's power allows her to control anyone she perceives as inferior to herself, but Gojo's abilities fundamentally counter her win conditions, while also bypassing her defenses. First, Gojo's infinity makes him completely untouchable. It creates an infinite distance between him and any attack, meaning Makima's physical strikes and even her invisible bang attack can't reach him because they still have to travel through space. Second, Makima's control ability only works if she genuinely believes she is superior to her target. Gojo's...
Yeah, so that is good. The fact that Gojo's super overconfident and arrogant doesn't really matter in this case. It would all depend on how she herself sees him.
Status as the honored one and his overwhelming power would prevent her from viewing him as inferior, nullifying her mind control from the start. Third, Gojo can simply use Hollow Purple, an attack that erases matter itself from existence. This would completely bypass Makima's regeneration. That means Gojo wins and moves on to the second round. Now we have Asta versus Demon King Tanjiro.
Demon King Tanjiro. Asta still win. Like, I don't give a fuck about Demon King Tanjiro. He ain't doing shit, man. Asta's beating his ass.
Well, if these two were to fight, there's no realistic way Asta would lose. Don't get me wrong, Demon King Tanjiro is the strongest entity in the Demon Slayer universe.
Yeah,
instant regeneration and immunity
in the Demon Slayer universe. Not in the, you know,
to sunlight. But Asta operates on a completely different level of speed.
I mean, you can't even get. You can get Asta to country level, and even maybe a little higher to Continental because of Demon Slasher. You know, the Zord that he got from Yami that can cut whatever he wants to cut, you know? You can get Astar to easily country to continental level, you know what I'm saying? So my boy Tanjiro is at most city level. There ain't nothing he can do.
And destructive power that physically eclipses the entire Demon Slayer verse.
For real.
Asta Zeton and Devil Union forms allow him to cleave through enemies with continental level durability, while Tanjiro's
right.
durability tops out at City Block to town
Damn, I
level
was
at
right. I was right, bro.
best. Not only that, Asta had fought high-ranking devils with far superior regeneration
yeah.
and immortality
Yeah.
compared to anything in Demon Slayer. And Asta's Demon Destroyer sword can negate the cause and effect of spells and curses.
That's not the one. That's Demon Slayer. I think it's Demon Dweller that does that. That's not the right blade. Because he has Demon Slayer, Demon Dweller, Demon Slasher. And that's it, right? No, there's a third one. I forgot. Because there's Demon Dweller. That's the Zord that absorbs the effective thing. Demon Slasher is the katana. Demon Slayer is the big Zord. There's the other one, Demon... I don't remember. You know the one that shoots off things? Like literally, that when the elf leader got it back, could have sword magic and shoot it back. I forgot what it was.
Meaning it would completely nullify Tanjiro's demonic...
Was it Demon Dweller? I think it was, because there's... I think that was Demon Dweller. So what was the other one? what was the other one? I don't
biology
remember.
altogether. So yeah, Tanjiro has no chance here. Asta wins and moves on to the second round. Next up, Shinra versus Rimuru.
Okay.
So
Wait a minute. Does Shinra get Shinra Banshoman? Because technically Shinra Banshoman is the fusion of 3 people. Therefore, that's not Shinra. For real. Because without Shinra Banshoman, he's cooked. Rimuru gonna
to make
eat him.
this fight fair, we're taking Shinra in his Shinra Banshoman.
Okay,
In this state,
then that's not Shinra. That's Shinra Banshoman. Shinra and Shinra Banshoman are not the same.
Shinra Banshoman is literally
They're not the same. You can't say Shinra Banshoman is Shinra because Shinra Banshoman is a still residence between him, his brother, and his mom. So you cannot, you know,
the
you can't say
god
that
of
they're the
his
same.
universe. He has feats like stopping time, resurrecting all of humanity, and rewriting the laws of physics to create an entire new
recreating
world.
the
However,
world.
Rimuru is playing in a completely different league. By the end of the series, Rimuru was creating entire worlds tens of thousands of times over. Shinra's
real?
greatest accomplishment was recreating Earth and altering the laws of a single universe. But
Wait.
Rimuru's power comes
Rimuru
from
can do
controlling the primordial energy of chaos, the very force that created the entire multiverse. Shinra's
Rimuru can
reality
do that?
warping stems from Adola,
What the
a plane built on human
Since when the fuck can Rimuru do that? I'm guessing that's not light novel shit, bro. Because I don't even think the manga got that far, and I dropped the anime at season 2 or 3 or something like that. Nah, I finished the anime. No, I didn't watch season 3. I didn't like it. I dropped it there. The new season that came out, that shit was ass. It was great and all that. He became a demon king and all, but let's be honest, it was not that good a season.
of consciousness. Rimuru, meanwhile, exists outside time, space, and physical laws altogether. Shinra
Since
can't
when?
simply
What?
wish him out of existence.
I don't remember
Rimuru
this.
can literally consume
I'm pretty sure it happened in the light novel because I do not remember none
the
of this.
concept of Shinra being a god, meaning Rimuru moves on to the
So
next.
basically, Rimuru win the whole shit, man. He existed outside of time, space, and all of that. So either Rimuru get the win or Goku or Anos. Like I said, it's one of these 3, bro.
Next round. Now, if you have Eren versus
Versus-
Lelouch. Lelouch V. Britannia is a master
Lelouch
tactician
doesn't really
who
have
wields the Gia,
attack
a
power, though.
supernatural ability that forces absolute obedience from anyone who makes direct eye contact with him. This means Lelouch could
That's
win if
a
he
lot
somehow
to
managed
ask.
to lock
Yeah.
eyes with Eren. But can he actually do that? Well, technically no. In his Titan form, Eren's human body is buried deep inside the
Inside of-
Titan's
yeah.
neck, making it physically impossible
And
for
I don't think
Lelouch
that the eye of the Titan would. I guess they would work because he technically still sees from the eye of the Titan, but the Titan is up there, the nigga gonna have to break his neck. You gonna have to break his neck to see the
establish
tie-in.
the direct line of sight needed to activate his Geass. On top of that, Lelouch has nowhere near the physical strength required to fight a Titan in the first place. So Eren wins this one and moves on to the next round. Now we have Anos versus Sid Kageno.
Am I the only one that didn't like Shadow Garden, whatever
This one and
the name
moves
of
on
this?
to the next round.
I Am Atomic, yeah, that was great and all. The sound effect was amazing. The anime itself was not good. I did not like it. Like, both of these, I didn't like it, bro. Like, the fact that he was the whole leader of that Shadow Garden thing, and he was not even aware of it, and all of that, like, I was like, nah, I didn't like that, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, that shit was just basically, it's just slop. That shit is basically slop, let's be honest. Both of these are slop, honestly. Now that I think about it, both of these are slop. I didn't like either of them.
Versus Sid Kageno. Operating as Shadow, Sid is a master of combat who can force his own fantasies onto reality. His signature technique, I Am Atomic, is a nuclear-level magical explosion capable of vaporizing cities and even clearing weather patterns on a planetary scale. But in front of Anos, this means
that's not gonna work. Anos literally got the eyes of destructions, bro. That's already cooking everything.
Is immune to the very fabric of Sid's attacks. His magic eyes of destruction can erase magic just by looking at it.
There you go.
He could dismantle I Am Atomic before it even detonates. And even if Sid somehow managed to land a direct attack, Anos
he can tank it, and he's an immortal, plus he can regenerate. So
immortal. He has regeneration even after his soul was destroyed. Then there's his sword, Venos Donoa, which destroys the laws of reality themselves. It can erase things that are infinite, eternal, or already dead. While Sid can vaporize matter, Anos can destroy the concept of Sid's existence entirely, bypassing any durability or regeneration he has.
I don't know, bro. Like, why can they make a good OP character like Saitama? No, nowadays the OP characters, they have, instead of being OP by focusing on one thing, they have everything. That's what I don't like. That's really what I don't like. This nigga he mastered any and every power there exists. You know, magic, martial art, and all of that. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, right? It's for sure it's cool, but at some point, bro, it's a wash and repeat of the same shit, bro. It's always the same shit. The nigga has the power. It has every power that exists and that has existed. Come on, bro. This shit boring, bro. God damn. Get original with it. Create new things, bro. This shit is wash and repeat of all the same OP shit that come out nowadays.
So with that said, Anos moves on to the next round.
Then you hear basically Anos and Sid were the same. Just that he's a demon that's like that reincarnated and became an adult in like 2 minutes or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, get original with it.
Next, we have Guts versus Dio Brando. Now,
that's not a fight. What the fuck going Guts do? He's fighting somebody that can stop time, bro. What the fuck?
Guts possesses immense strength, superior combat experience, and the Dragon Slayer sword, which can harm supernatural or spiritual entities. But the deciding factor here is Dio's stand, the world. With that, Dio can stop time for up to 9 seconds. During this frozen time, Guts is completely
powerless, bro.
Now, don't get me wrong, I know Guts has reacted to supersonic attacks, but the thing is,
what the fuck does speed matters? The time is stopped.
He cannot react to an attack that happens in 0 time.
Exactly.
Dio can simply press the pause button, deliver a fatal blow, and
it already happened as he couldn't do anything. There's no reaction time, none of that mattered at this point.
Then resume the time, making it an easy win for him. Dio moves on to the second round as well. Now it's time for Saitama.
I love Mashle, bro. I love Mash, but he's not winning against Saitama.
Versus Mash.
Okay,
for those who don't know Mash, he's basically like Asta in a magical
world.
He's
basically Asta and Saitama, But you know, in a magic world, it's basically a mix of Asta and Saitama.
Zero magic, man. But with Saitama level physical strength, he can defy anything using muscles alone and can move at speeds that completely transcend the flow of time.
Oh, that's against
I still lean more towards Saitama. You see, during his fight with Cosmic Garo, Saitama sneezed and accidentally blew away the gas giant Jupiter, exposing its core. On top of that, Saitama's power grows exponentially, as shown by his...
No. That you shouldn't be bringing this into the arguments, because that only activates on certain conditions, which is when he feels an upsurge in emotion. So this shouldn't actually be taken into account of the fight. He shouldn't be using this.
His strength skyrockets automatically whenever he faces a real challenge.
No, that's not, bro. What? That's not how it works.
Match Saitama's power at the start.
All right,
Saitama
whatever,
would eventually outscale him. So overall,
that's not how it works.
Saitama wins and moves on to the next round. Next up, Mob versus Frieren. While Frieren is a legendary,
I haven't watched Frieren, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Years of experience, Mob has raw power and
it was too slow for me. Like, it was a great premise. It was a great premise. I watched the first 2 episodes and I couldn't, bro. That shit was too slow.
That directly counter her entire magic system. In his berserk state, Mob functions like an endless singularity, absorbing energy from his surroundings and even from his opponents. Since Frieren's attacks are made of pure mana, Mob could simply absorb them, turning her entire offensive arsenal useless. And it doesn't stop there. Frieren's barriers do have limits. They can be broken by enough physical or telekinetic force, meaning Mob's sheer power could shatter her defenses instantly. So with that said, Mob also advances to the next round.
I don't know, because I didn't watch
Deku versus Gon. While Gon's adult form gives him power comparable to the Chimera Ant King, Deku operates at speeds and destructive levels.
Yeah, he's like, what, continental? You can put him to continental. Gon is at most city level, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He not hanging with Deku, bro. Gon is not hanging with Deku. No, even if he sacrifices Nen to get into his adult form, Gon is not hanging with Deku.
In terms of raw force, Deku's attacks can shift weather patterns and part storm clouds across an entire island, even a whole country. Meanwhile, adult Gon's Dajunkin only destroyed a large forest area, which is a town-level feat. This is nothing compared to Deku's continental-level striking power.
Exactly what I said. Actually, what the fuck?
To level cities. And on top of that, Deku's additional quirks, like Cloak and Black Whip, give him far more versatility.
More importantly, gear shift. That's the real one that's really nice.
In battle. So with all that considered, Deku wins this one and moves on to the second round.
Sakamoto versus Thorfinn
versus Sakamoto. While Thorfinn is a prodigious warrior, capable of defeating opponents twice his size through speed and precision, he's still bound by realistic human limits. Sakamoto operates on a superhuman level. I'll give you just one example, and honestly, you can imagine the rest. Sakamoto has caught bullets with chopsticks. Meanwhile, Thorfinn struggles against arrows.
You put a nigga that catches bullet with chopstick against niggas that don't even need to catch bullets. They can take the bullets and these bullets are not gonna do shit to them. Why is Sakamoto and Thorfinn here, bro?
Thorfinn would look practically frozen. So if you ask me, Sakamoto moves on to the next round. Next up, Natsu versus Meliodas. Now,
I'm gonna give it to Natsu. I genuinely think that Natsu is stronger than Meliodas.
Slayer and the Dragon Sin of Wrath. While Natsu is a powerhouse in his own
I give it to Natsu, bro.
Demon form is
because Natsu can burn magic itself. All of Meliodas' everything is all magic based on mana. Natsu can burn that. You know what I'm saying? He can burn magic. He can burn time. You know, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Meliodas can actually win against him.
In this state, Meliodas became so overwhelmingly powerful that the mortal world could no longer contain his existence. And here's the biggest issue for Natsu: his strongest attacks are all magic, which instantly triggers Meliodas' signature ability, Full Counter.
But Full Counter is magic, and Natsu is capable of burning magic. That doesn't...
Any magic-based attack back at the user with double the power. Natsu can eat fire, sure, but he can...
And he's immune to fire, so none of the attacks that are sent back to him would actually hurt him.
Not consume his own fire. So a reflect...
But he's immune to it, though. He's immune to it. You're not understanding. He's immune to it.
Version of his own flames would be beyond his limits.
No, it wouldn't hurt him. He's immune to fire. Fire-based attack don't hurt him. The only one that actually hurt him was when you mixed multiple elements within. That's why when he ate Ethereum from the tower that Jalal made, he was actually getting hurt because it was a mix of fire, water, and a bunch of other magic. And God Flames, that when I believe it was against Zonkro was his name, he had to empty his vessel to absorb these flames. He's immune to any sort of flame. Fire attacks do not hurt him.
Potentially fatal. On top of that, Meliodas possesses regeneration, giving him even more advantage in a prolonged fight. So Meliodas wins.
This is wrong. I genuinely think that Natsu would actually win. I do think that Natsu would win.
Now we have Luffy versus Okarun. Well, to be honest, there's nothing to debate here.
There's nothing, bro.
Speed is hitting around 100 kilometers an hour, while Luffy has long surpassed
What the fuck is he doing here, bro?
He splits characters like Kizaru, who can turn into and move at the literal speed of light. There's really nothing more that needs explaining.
Bro.
Luffy wins this one and moves on to the second round. And finally, we have the last battle of the prelims. That is between Goku versus Edward. Again, there's really nothing to explain here. Edward's alchemy simply can't harm Goku. Edward is at best a city-level threat. And honestly, not to be rude, but Goku could defeat him in just his base form without even breaking a sweat.
How is that rude? You bring Kid Goku. Kid Goku can beat him. There's no... What? Ain't that rude about it? It's the truth. Kid Goku is enough to beat Edward, bro.
Advances to the next round. With that said, the prelims are officially over. And now it's time for round 2. Starting with our first matchup, Goku versus Luffy. Okay, so here, Goku steps up with Ultra Instinct.
No, he does not need Ultra Instinct. But he did say that everybody's in their ultimate form, you know what I'm saying? So... it don't matter. But Goku does not need Ultra Instinct to beat Luffy.
He enters with his Gear 5 form. But if you ask me, the deciding factor here is the massive gap between planetary and multiversal power. Luffy's strongest attack, Bajrang Gun, can destroy an island or maybe a small continent. In contrast, Goku's clashes with Beerus were strong enough to threaten the destruction of Universe 7 itself. Luffy simply cannot damage a being with universal level durability.
And Goku attack
moves
potential.
on to the third round.
Attack power. I mean,
Meliodas versus Sakamoto. As I mentioned earlier, Meliodas in his true demon form becomes so overwhelmingly powerful that the mortal world can't even contain his existence. Sakamoto, while at the peak of human limits and basically a superhuman in his own verse, is nowhere close to Meliodas' level. So Meliodas wins and moves on to the third round. Now we have Mob versus Deku. The main deciding factor here is that Deku's attacks are purely physical, while Mob's psychic barriers are extremely resistant, if not outright immune, to non-psychic force. Deku would likely hurt himself trying to break through Mob's defenses.
I wouldn't say that, but just like when he goes Berserk, he keeps on releasing a lot of energy, and that energy makes it hard to even approach him. And Deku, whole shtick is physical attack. Yeah, he can create gusts of wind. He can, by shooting style, he can shoot gusts of wind to damage his opponent, but that's not doing anything to a barrier. Come on.
Long before he ever managed to crack them. On top of that, Mob can simply use telekinesis to lift Deku into the air and crush him effortlessly. And in his Berserk mode, Mob's raw power far exceeds anything Deku can output. So Mob wins this one and moves on.
And none of his other quirks aren't gonna help him. Gear Shift, Black Whip, the thing Danger, Sixth Sense, or whatever it's called, not helping none of these.
To the next round. Next up, Saitama versus Dio Brando. Dio's time-stopping ability is cool, no doubt, but against Saitama, it just doesn't matter.
He doesn't have a single attack that can actually damage him, And Saitama realistically only needs to get one hit in, and he's
If
Dio's
time
dead.
halted, Dio can't scratch
Dio is
Saitama,
dead, you
while
know what
a
I'm
single
saying?
casual punch from Saitama would send Dio flying, hitting Saitama. moves on
Flying,
to the
he
third round. Next up,
explode.
Anos
That'd be the
versus
same as when he fought Boros. This nigga's exploding, my nigga.
Aaron. Again, there's really nothing to explain
Yeah,
here.
nah.
Anos can literally rewrite the laws of reality themselves. No matter what
Yeah.
Aaron throws at him, even tens or thousands of colossal titans, it wouldn't make any
It's
difference.
gonna be because Rimuru is on this side. It's gonna end up being Goku versus either Anos or Rimuru, and depending on Goku gonna win.
Wins this round.
I go Goku gonna win, but like I don't know, man.
And moves on to the next. Now we have Asta
I'm a
versus
D1 Goku Glazer, but honestly, I don't think he can win against Anos or Rimuru. Fuck.
Rimuru. While
Fuck.
Asta's anti-magic is a direct counter to magic, and Rimuru's attacks do rely on mana, it's reasonable to assume Asta could nullify some of Rimuru's abilities. But defeating Rimuru, that's
Not happening.
a completely different story. Many
Exactly.
of Rimuru's most broken abilities are classified as skills, not traditional magic. Asta's
Well, they do
anti-magic
use mana,
primarily
though.
nullifies magic, meaning a huge
It nullifies mana, therefore nullifying magic. But his skills do rely on mana, which would mean that technically, if Asta managed to, as long, let's say Asta stabs him with one of his Zord, as long as his Zord is inside of Rimuru, it would drain his mana away. So technically, Asta could defeat Rimuru. It's possible. But there is a lot of win condition needed there.
portion of Rimuru's toolkit would still work perfectly fine. And then there's the power gap, which is absolutely astronomical. We're comparing a planetary level character to someone who is multiversal or even outerversal. So Rimuru wins
I
this
wouldn't
one
put him to
and moves on.
outerversal.
Next up,
That's a bit of a stretch, but he's definitely a high multi, or even a bit higher. Cause I don't know if there's some above multiversal. Cause I think that's above multi's outer, basically. I don't know. Then I after outer is boundless, but I don't know. I'd put him at high multi.
Ichigo versus Gojo. Now,
Ichigo
the only
wins.
thing that really matters here is, can
He
Ichigo bypass Gojo's infinity? And if you ask me, yes,
he can.
In Bleach,
I agree.
sufficiently high Reiatsu can outright negate an opponent's
Yup,
abilities, as shown
exactly.
when Aizen casually nullified Soifon's instant death
Yup.
agree. Ichigo,
I
who
totally
scales
agree
to
with this.
Unibot-
I really do. Ichigo definitely beat Gojo through sheer Reiatsu. That's all he
levels
needs.
by matching your watch has energy on a scale infinitely beyond Gojo.
Which Gojo's infinity would just collapse. That's all.
Additionally, Ichigo's attacks are capable of warping space itself. Since Infinity works by manipulating space between Gojo and his opponent, a space-distorting or space-breaking attack
Would
render
actually-
the barrier
yup.
useless, meaning Ichigo wins this one and
I'm
moves
surprised
on.
Gojo is here, not Sukuna. Because Sukuna is stronger than Gojo. And Majo Yuji is stronger than both of them. So one of these two
Finally,
should
we
been
have
here.
the last battle of round 2 between
Why is
Jinwoo
this even
versus
happening,
Johan.
bro?
Do you really think we need to explain this one? I'm sure
Just
Johan
skip
will
this.
put up Jinwoo versus Ichigo.
Ichigo win.
So
I'll give Ichigo the win.
is incredibly strong, as I mentioned earlier. But when you put him against Jinwoo, yeah, this fight is not in Ichigo's.
What? Through sheer Reiatsu, all the shadow soldiers collapse. Then in 1v1, Ichigo beat Ichigo. What? Why is what? Horn of Salvation plus Bankai, and Ichigo beat Jinwoo, bro. What?
You see, Jinwoo cannot be killed through physical means because he exists as a concept, not just a physical being. And just to be clear,
Well,
we're
not
using end of
exactly.
manhwa Jinwoo here. Ichigo,
Alright.
while insanely durable, simply cannot permanently kill an immortal entity who literally controls the afterlife. Speaking of the afterlife,
He doesn't
don't forget
control the
Jinwoo
afterlife.
also has his shadow army. Over
They all
10 million
collapse through his Reiatsu, though. He brings a link.
soldiers who regenerate infinitely and are absurdly strong.
Bro,
And
this is
before anyone
ridiculous.
says, but it's a 1v1, yes, it is a 1v1, but we're taking every character at their absolute peak. This is Jinwoo's actual ability set. Nerfing him wouldn't make sense. So unfortunately for Ichigo, the fight doesn't go his way.
There's two fights all the way up till now. There's two fights I don't agree. Meliodas versus Natsu and Ichigo versus Jinwoo.
Next up, Rimuru versus Ano.
Now that's the fight I wanted to see.
Of gods beyond
Yes, this one
God.
I'd give it to Rimuru though, cause I heard that his sage ability, the voice that keeps talking to him and giving him ability, evolves into some kind of godly shit that can mess
Both
with
are
everything.
designed to be completely unstoppable in their own universes. Anos destroys concepts, while Rimuru exists outside those concepts entirely,
yeah.
even absorbing and transcending them. It's the ultimate paradox matchup. To be honest, it's incredibly hard to say who would definitively
think
win
Rimuru
because
will
both
win.
are absurdly powerful. But personally, I feel like Rimuru takes
Yeah, Rimuru can literally use gluttony that I believe becomes predation at some point, which is way stronger than that. And Anos only manipulates concepts which Rimuru exists outside of. Therefore, even if Anos is hard to kill, he can still devour him through predatory. And as he exists outside of concept, nigga, Anos' ability wouldn't work on him, bro.
this one due
You know
to
what
his
I'm saying?
unique and versatile skill set. But yeah, this one is totally debatable. I'm
I
going
would.
with Rimuru. But
It's
let me know
debatable
who
for
you
sure,
think
but I think that Rimuru would actually win.
Rimuru or Anos. Now we have Mob versus Saitama. Now, for those who don't know, both
They're made
series
by the same guy, right?
are created by the same author, one. But even with that connection, Saitama operates
That
on a
nigga's
level
going on a rampage, bro. Cause both of the shit that he wrote went crazy. Both One Punch Man and Mob Psycho are some hard hitters animes, bro. These are mangas animes, bro.
abilities fail against opponents with overwhelming willpower or
True,
sheer
true.
physical density. Tatsumaki, whose psychic feats rival Mob's, couldn't even lift Saitama.
Whoa,
because he
I'm
was
not sure
too
about that,
heavy,
though.
Both spiritually and physically, meaning Saitama wins this one.
I'm
and
not
moves
sure
on
about
to
that though. I'm not sure about that.
The semifinals.
Does Tatsumaki rival Mob? I don't think so.
Lastly, in this round, we have Goku versus Meliodas. Okay, no need to
Okay.
drag this one out. I
Yeah,
already
we don't.
mentioned that Meliodas, in
We
his
really
true magic
don't.
form, wields power so immense that his very presence threatens to destroy the mortal world. Essentially, a planetary level threat. While Goku operates on a multiversal scale. The gap between their power
I mean, you
levels
can get
is
him to Universal. Technically, the mortal realm, as a realm, I guess. Nah, Mortal Realm, you can get it to Universe. It counts as a universe. I
simply
think.
far too massive, meaning Goku moves on to the next round. With that said, we are finally in the semifinals,
Semifinals.
where we have two massive battles: Goku versus
Not
Saitama
really.
and Jinwoo versus Rimuru.
Rimuru
Whoever
wins
these
and Goku
matchups will
wins.
compete for the top spot in the grand final. So, if you've got predictions, this is the perfect time to drop them.
Alright, let me go. Goku wins. Rimuru wins. Then Rimuru gonna win.
in the
I can
comments.
see it.
Let's start with Goku versus Saitama.
I can
first.
see
Well,
it.
This one is easily one of the most debated battles of all time. While
Yeah.
Saitama has shown exponential growth and the power to destroy star clusters, Goku in Ultra Instinct operates on a multiversal scale that statistically
Very true.
eclipses Saitama's current peak. Saitama's greatest feat, the Serious Punch squared against
a-
Cosmic Garo, blasted a hole through the stars, destroying a
Yup.
multi-solar system,
cluster
or
of
arguably
stars.
even a galaxy. However,
Nope,
Goku,
not arguable. It's a cluster of stars.
even in his weaker Super Saiyan God form, Flash
Was already shaking the whole Universe 7.
Beerus
Yeah,
with
we know.
enough force to threaten the destruction of Universe 7, a macrocosm containing multiple infinite-sized dimensions,
Exactly.
like heaven, hell, and the living world. So if you ask me, I'd go with Goku. Next up,
Anybody
Rimuru
with
versus
even a little bit of sense will go with Goku. It's not even that complicated, bruh. Come on.
Okay, so with Jinwoo, we also have his 10 million Shadow Soldiers.
predation. He's gonna eat them all. He's basically all these Shadow Soldiers are gonna be a meal for Rimuru and Jinwoo as well.
But can Rimuru take them all on?
Yes.
Well, absolutely yes. While Jinwoo fights outer gods who threaten universes, Rimuru possesses the raw power to create or erase an entire multiverse instantly. Jinwoo's army of 10 million shadows becomes irrelevant against
they become a meal, not irrelevant.
In a single move. Rimuru could even create a law that states souls cannot be extracted. This would completely neutralize Jinwoo's core authority. And
he can do that, man?
Immortality, Rimuru can counter that
Rimuru
too.
get the win.
He can trap Jinwoo inside a pocket dimension and set its rules to immortal beings will die. That alone would completely negate Jinwoo's immortality, meaning Rimuru moves.
Rimuru can do all of that, bro? What? Yeah, I'm sorry, Goku. You my GOAT. You know what I'm saying? You always been my number one. For as you were there from where I was little to now, you know what I'm saying? You'll always be my number one. You'll always be, but you're not winning this one, bro.
On to the next round.
You know what? I don't care if his name is Beats Goku. I don't care if his ability is Beats Goku. I don't care if his anime is Beat Goku. Goku wins, bro. Rimuru, you're not winning this one, bro.
And
you're not winning this one.
It's time for the grand finale between Goku and Rimuru.
Who's the winner? Goku!
Whoever wins this battle will be the champion of the entire tournament.
Come on, stop messing around.
Abilities act as a hard counter to Goku's fighting style. Goku relies
definitely
on physical strikes and ki blasts.
Yeah.
While Rimuru has physical attack nullification and energy absorption. This means Rimuru
does? Since when?
Can literally consume Goku's Kamehameha and use it to boost his own power. On top,
I don't care. Goku wins.
that, Goku's peak power reaches the multiversal level, but Rimuru, he possesses enough energy to recreate the entire multiverse.
Don't do it.
Tens of thousands.
Don't
of
say that.
over. The difference between destroying
Don't do
the
it.
universe and creating
Don't say it,
thousands
bro.
of them is an
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say
so
it,
the
bro.
winner of this entire tournament is
It's
none
Goku.
other than Rimuru Tempest.
Goku won.
Takes second.
Goku won, bro. Goku won. I don't care. The winner is Goku. Yeah, get this shit out of my face, boy. I don't care about none of this. Goku won, bro. He lying. He lying. Get this shit. Rimuru second place. Jinwoo third place. Yeah.